Thank you so much for inviting me to the program, especially Supriya. Should I start? What is said is not as important as what we hear and what we feel. That is why we make an effort to experience this World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit or conference in a setting where the still small voice of the Spirit can be clearly heard, felt, and understood. A very beautiful, lovely good evening and a gracious namaste from India. And of course, Dober den, Dobro doshli, good morning, hello, energetic noon, and beautiful pious souls to everyone who are with us today. Once again, your host is here, Dr. Supriya Kumar Velan, international speaker, public coach, Toastmaster, communication and leadership coach. Welcome you all on this Global Leaders and Educators Conference that is called World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit 2023. And today, we have various multidisciplinaries, for example, phytomedicine, agroecology, food safety, lifestyle, digital transformation. Of course, none other than by Macedonian Association, Doza, Srekja, International, Macedonia. Well, folks, before I start in this amazing and power-packed summit, I would express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Dragan Ivano, International Representative of Macedonian Association, Doza Srekja, educator, scientist, researcher, academician, phytotherapeutist, and author. And of course, the team too. So, without taking a single pause, let's start this World Innovation Summit by witnessing beautiful Indian Kathak dance by Rosie Sharma, who is an international Kathak dancer, guru, singer, artist, and a celebrity. So, Rosie ji, the floor is all yours. So you can take the floor and make everybody mesmerized with your beauty.
देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम, गलती कर दी हमने, ऑनलाइन काम छोड़ के बहुत बड़ी गलती की है। हम किस स्थिति से गुजर रहे हैं ना।
Somebody please mute yourself.
Excellent, Rosie ji, excellent. And thank you so much. What a spectacular and mind-blowing performance it was. Although we couldn't hear some of the lines, but it has been said, music and dance really are the best gift from Almighty. And that too, you are having, Rosie. So keep it up. Well done. And you have mesmerized everyone in this World Summit with your great talent. So million thanks to you. Keep rising, keep soaring high.
Thank you so much, everyone, for inviting me to the program. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Well, moving to our panel of eminent keynote speakers, great speakers, eminent personalities across the globe. I would take now a great honor and a gratitude privilege in calling upon my first speaker, Dr. Dragan Ivona. Well, this great personality needs not an introduction since I've already introduced. So Dr. Dragan, the floor is all yours to enlighten everyone with your great wisdom.
Thank you, Supri. I'm honored. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be a part of the World Conference. It is an honor to be a part of you, World Educators. I wanted to speak, but we are organizers, and I will be brief. Food is medicine and poison. We must be careful about the food and where we consume that food. As individuals, we must work to protect the environment. A series of such educational World Summit will be organized with the aim of making the world a better place to live with every idea. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart and wish you a successful conference. Greetings from Macedonia. Thank you for my team, Supriya and Anuja. I love you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dragan, for always enlightening us with your great smile, with your great knowledge, wisdom, and of course, your determination. Thank you so much once again. Well, this was the short introduction by Dr. Dragon, but the meeting, the session is still waiting. And now, folks, I would love to say one thing. People with determination are those who get up and keep going, who learn from what went wrong and adjust course, and who believe in themselves despite all obstacles. And most important, who creates miracles. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about LinkedIn King, founder and CEO, Kiddos International, Kiddos Advertising and Marketing Limited, none other than Matt Allen from UK. So Matt, the floor is all yours. Please enlighten us.
Thank you very much, Supriya. It's an honor and a privilege to be speaking here, well, trying to this afternoon here in England. I know it's a little bit later there. Thank you very much for inviting me along, everybody here. It is an honor to be able to listen to you and your stories and your information that you will provide to us all. I'm looking forward very much to hearing all of that. I'm possibly a little bit different to everybody else here in the sense that I am nothing, and yet I'm everything. I'm very different to most people because I have strange things that happen inside of my body and strange experiences through life that not everybody has. But that brings me to a place of knowledge and experience that is also very different and yet the same as everybody else, because despite the fact that I have many different things and uniquenesses, I am part of humanity and society and people. I'm here in particular to talk, I guess, about part of the subject, which is digital transformation. The reason for that and my connection to the rest of the guests and the talk in general is that digital transformation holds a key through money, through to all of the avenues that we may talk about this afternoon, this evening where you are. My privilege is that I have the ability to see things at a bigger level and come across solutions that do not normally present themselves. And the privilege that I have is that the solution that I bring will see a change in digital lifestyles, digital platforms that will mean a very vast change to the monetary and societal descriptors that happen currently in those places. There are many platforms out there that generate a lot of income and money, but that money is not generally used for the betterment of society, despite the fact that they are social networks. And social implies society, especially when you realize how many people are actually using those platforms where they have access to them. I'm not saying everybody does, because not everybody has access to them. Most of us who do have access are generally belonging to at least one or two of those platforms. Now, the thing that I bring that is digital transformation, that is innovation, is that I'm building a new platform that is about benefit for everybody. And through benefit for everybody, that means a change in society and a change in the way that the profits and revenues that those big companies make, how that is spent, so that then it is possible to enable things like medical research that can be done more fully and extensively into things that are not necessarily researched at the moment, things into changing food safety and food availability and things like that. And just changing society away from being about hate and war and unhappiness in the world, but instead bringing love and light and the way that we can all benefit each other and society. So that really is what my innovative part is to this talk. I've been a little bit elusive, a little bit vague, but in 5 minutes, it's not possible to explain all of what I'm up to. But I feel very honored to be amongst such esteemed guests that are trying to make changes in the world themselves. And if in the future, when my platform is up and operational, I can facilitate the betterment of humanity. I would like to do that through things such as food, housing, health, energy, all sorts of different markets that currently are about taking from people and not giving back. I believe that it's a better world when we behave as a society where everybody benefits. And that is the miracle that Supriya mentioned just before. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. And it's been really a great pleasure to listen to you, because whenever I see your post on LinkedIn, and as I said, you are a great influencer, and you won't do work on LinkedIn, the LinkedIn works according to you. So that's the power of Matt Allen. That's the power of Kiddos International, Kiddos Score. And I request everyone to connect to Kiddos Score, Kiddos International, because a better change is waiting for everyone to change the society, to change this world, and to change yourself. So once again, thanks, Matt. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after UK, let's move to the country of tropical beaches, imposing volcanoes, as well as historical and religious sites that exude a local charm. Yes, I am talking about Indonesia, the beautiful country, and my lovely eminent speaker is Herdiana Devi Nurfika. She is an entrepreneur, NLP master, practitioner, life and business coach, ACT and RABT therapist, mental health advocate. So, Herdiana, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, my dear Supriya, for a lovely introduction. And good morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone. I'm Herdiana Nurfika from Indonesia. First of all, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the organizer, Dr. Dragan Jovanov, Dr. Supriya, and Dr. Anija for organizing this wonderful event. And today in this World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit 2023, I'd like to talk about a captivating of lifestyle and its profound impact on our lives and the future we envision. Because when we talk about lifestyle, especially nowadays, as with so much things that has changed, it's really connected to each other. And in this fast-paced world where technology accelerates at unprecedented rate, like lifestyle choices have become more critical than ever compared to 10 years ago, for example. So they influence not only on our well-being, but also the direction with innovation and progress unfold. So I think our journey begins with a simple truth. Each of us possess untapped potential within, like our choices, habits, and the way we choose to lead our lives hold immense power, right? So we need to embrace this power. We can cultivate a positive change and foster transformative growth within ourselves and, of course, our communities, like what we are doing right now as we embark on this collective endeavor. So it's truly an honor to be surrounded by like-minded individuals in today's session, all of whom are dedicated to shaping a brighter and more sustainable future. I do believe that we all trying our best to make a difference in this world. So we have the ability to integrate innovation into every aspect of our lifestyles, creating harmonious symphony of happiness and health. And it's not really easy. It's not going to change like boom by a one night. It's not really possible to do that. So we also need innovation. And when we talk about innovation and lifestyle, some of you might agree that these two things are inseparable partners on this journey, because the innovative spirit drives us to question convention, seek new solutions, and challenge the status quo. So through this lens, we can reimagine how we approach everything, how our daily routines to the larger system that govern our society. Like by infusing innovation into our lifestyle, we can unlock our breakthroughs that not only enhance our well-being, but also address global challenges like sustainability, climate change, and equitable living, because that's what most people currently concerned. So we can also picture a world where innovation and lifestyle intertwine seamlessly and inspiring us to adopt eco-friendly practice that protect our planet and promote green technologies. So as we gather today, let's pledge to embrace a lifestyle of mindfulness and compassion, because with mindfulness, it allows us to cultivate a deep understanding of our choices and their consequences. Mostly people know they got choices, they got options, but they don't care about the consequences after they did something. So by being mindful of how we consume, how we connect, and how we contribute to society, we can shape a future that values sustainability and also empathy and social responsibility. Because if we talk about only sustainability, maybe there might be people who lost their job, for example. So we also need to embrace empathy and social responsibility. And moreover, as many thought leaders in today's session, let's be mindful of the impact of our creations have on the other people's lives. So in this digital age, I think we know that the technology we design can significantly impact the way people live, work, and even interact to each other. Like, we have the power and responsibility to develop ethical and human-centric solutions that uplift and empower individuals, irrespective of their background, of course. So innovation also opens the door to collaboration. So let's bridge the gap between industries, disciplines, and culture as we collaborate on the solution that address complex challenges. Because by fostering a culture of inclusivity, diversity, and open communication, we can create an ecosystem where ideas flow freely, leading to breakthroughs that we could have never imagined in isolation. That's why it's really great that today we got a multidisciplinary summit. So from so many perspectives, we can learn from each other. So to all my dear friends, the future of our lifestyle and innovation is in our hands, because it's a future that promises boundless potential and endless opportunities for growth. So we need to take a moment to reflect on the choices we make, the habits we form, and the impact we seek to leave on this world. Because selfishness is not really cool. Nowadays, being kind is actually cool. So as we continue to explore the uncharted territories of lifestyle and innovation, I'd like to remind a famous quote by Margaret Mead. She said that never doubt that a small group of thoughtful and committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. So together, I do believe we can create a world where happiness, health, and harmony thrive hand in hand. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to promising us to something different. So as we navigate this fascinating world of lifestyle and innovation, let us be the change we wish to see, inspire one another, and build a future where the best of humanity shines through together. So thank you so much for the attention, and I'm giving back to the organizer. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Haryana. As usual, it's really, really lovely and informative to listen to you, and you were really great in delivering, in rendering your great message across the world in this summit, and we all will follow what you said is really, really appreciated. So thank you so much once again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was talking about sickle cell anemia in my last conference, and whenever, whatever, and whichever the topic comes in my mind, flash in my mind, pop up in my mind, sickle cell, I remember only one great personality, and she is our next speaker. Guess who? The sickle cell intervention queen from UK, founder and CEO and director of Sickle Cell Intervention and Africa Sickle Cell Center for Education and Research, none other than Counselor Professor Augusta Elizabeth Koroma. Welcome, Elizabeth, to our show, and it's been a great listening to you once again.
Hello, Dr. Supriya. Can I share my screen, please? Is
Sure.
that okay if I can share my screen? Good afternoon, everybody. So very welcoming to be here today. It's lovely. It's a lovely day, and hope you're having a wonderful time as I am. Thank you, Dr. Supriya, for that introduction. Thank you, Dr. Dragon, thank you, Dr. Dragon, for putting up this innovation conference today, and Dr. Anuja, your entire team have worked tirelessly to put this together. I am so grateful for being here, and I'm going to try and share my screen if I can. It's a wonderful day, and I'm so really grateful to be here with you all.
You can share, Dr. Augusta. I have made you the co-host.
Okay. Right, okay, oops. Can you see my screen? Okay, right, if I can get through this. It's a bit, wow. It's just taking a little bit of time to come through. I think it came through, but
You may
can you
just
see my
go
screen?
directly. No. Maybe you
No?
can just directly go to the file and open the file. Share the file.
Yeah, please share your file, Augusta.
Yes, I'm just like, I thought I shared it, but it's not sharing.
Please minimize the screen and then go and open your file. Then you come back and share the screen.
Yeah, that's okay. If I can't share it, then I have to. No, it's not that. Can you see?
Till now, no.
No? Okay. You can't see my screen. Okay, that's all right. Yes, good. Sorry about that. Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are actually talking about innovation, and our topic is phytomedicine, agroecology, food safety, lifestyle, and digital transformation. Some of you know about phytomedicine, some of you don't know about phytomedicine. Phytomedicine it can be defined as the herbal medicine with therapeutic and healing properties. It came into existence since the advent of human civilization. I must confess that I love herbs in my cooking. So there are so many health benefits in using natural herbs. And in terms of innovation, in terms of herbs and all of the health benefits and all those things, basil is one of my favorites in terms of the herbs. So basil comes in many varieties, while it may contribute significant vitamins and nutrients to your diet. It can also add a unique flavor to your sausage, salads, and soup. So sweet basil is one of the most widely grown popular basil. We know for its Italian dishes, commonly sold dried in supermarket, and has a licorice flavor to it. So in terms of innovation, I'm urging everybody to plant some basil, like you can plant them in a pot in your home instead of buying them at the supermarket. So most times people spend money buying basil in supermarkets, but if you can grow them into little pots will be really fantastic, because that's part of innovation. You're trying to innovate something, and you're trying to make it more cost effective as well. So the linking for Basel, and I'm linking Basel in terms of food safety. So food safety, improved food safety, such as integrated into food packaging by the manufacturers. That's one of them. Agroecology is the application of ecology concepts, principles in farming. Agroecology promotes farming practices that mitigate climate change, reducing emission, recycling resources, and prioritizing local supply chain. Work with wildlife, managing the impact of farming on wildlife, and harnessing nature to do the hard work for us, such as pollinating crops and controlling pests. So it's really, you can see how climate change can interfere into all of this as well. So what does agroecology promote? Agroecology promotes farming practices that mitigate climate change, like I've just said, emission, recycle resources, and prioritize local change. In the United Kingdom, the 10 years of agroecology project model how the UK and the rest of the Europe can transition to a food and farming model to reduce climate impact, support wildlife to bounce back, and feed a growing population in a healthy diet. So where does this agroecology fits in, really? Agroecology is an umbrella term that covers lots of agricultural practices that you may be more familiar with, like organic, permaculture, organic farming is form of agroecological farming. All organic farmers are required to meet a strict set of standards. So these standards guarantee higher animal welfare, fewer pesticides, antibiotics, and no GMs organic practices. Also support more jobs on farms, healthy soil, and more on farming. Organic practices also support more jobs on farms. So that's part of innovation. Healthy soil and more on farm. Certified organic farms are also inspected on an annual basis to legally verify farmers meet this high standard. So organic is a great way to connect citizens and farmers who are using agroecological methods and support the growth of agroecology. So in support and collaboration with the communities. So with the support of the organic community, we continually make the case of agroecology in government, so policymakers understand the opportunities it offers for climate, nature, and our health. So we are lobbying for more support, empowerment, and advice for farmers, so they are able to explore how they can transition to ecology. And in terms of digital transformation, we have operational efficiency, customer needs, revenue growth, competitive advantage. So there are 4 areas on digital transformation in terms of that. So what does successful digital transformation mean? So this certainly means reformatting of organization constructions to build change, to develop work from the grassroots, and frequently elevate accomplishment in leadership skills. And I've just said about the 4 areas, which are operational efficiency, customer needs, revenue growth, and competitive advantage. So in conclusion today, phytomedicine, agroecology, food safety, lifestyle, and digital transformation are all related to the well-being of our health, and the way forward in our various countries and communities should be put forward in all areas of life. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I hope you do understand what I have just read to you and what I have just presented to you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Augusta. And ladies and gentlemen, I am sure why I had called her sickle cell queen. You know, she was not able to present her PowerPoint, but the most important thing is her confidence, her vigor, and the way she carried on. And I must say, let's applaud for this, because it's really, really great when you face virtual challenges. Sometimes we just leave on. Sometimes we get scared. Sometimes we get nervous. And we say, oh my God, we are not able to present what the spectators, what the live audience will say. But see, the vigor, the beautiful, great courage of Dr. Augusta. She just moved on and on, on and on. And thank you so much for enlightening the beautiful knowledge of sickle cell and digital transformation. Of course, we just loved it. Thank you so much. Well, moving to this lovely journey of World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit, now it's time to move to India. And when I say India, we just remember Dr. Anuja Malik. So, Dr. Anuja Malik, shall I introduce you, or well, people knows about you? In fact, I should introduce her. She's an international speaker, content creator, international program advisor of Macedonian Association, Doza Srekja International. The floor is all yours, Dr. Anuja.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Supriya, Dr. Dragon. Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Anuja Malik, and I would like to speak on the vital topic that is phytomedicine, agroecology, food safety, lifestyle, and digital transformation, which holds great importance in today's society. As our world becomes more interconnected and technologically driven, these areas have significant implications for our health, for our environment, and overall well-being. So by exploring the potentials of phytomedicine, adopting agroecology for food safety benefits, and embracing a sustainable lifestyle in the era of digital transformation, we can address various challenges and create a more sustainable and resilient future. What it does, it also delves into the benefits and challenges of these topics, analyzing their impacts on our health, environment, and society. So, sticking to the topic, the four aspects, that is phytomedicine, agroecology, food safety, lifestyle, and digital transformation. These four are interconnected, yes, and that are shaping the way we approach healthcare, agriculture, and our daily lives too. So these topics are gaining traction in the professional world also due to the overall improving well-being and advancing technology. Phytomedicine, the use of plants, extracts for medicinal purposes, has been practiced for centuries in various cultures around the world. With the rise of modern medicine, phytomedicine took a back seat, but it is now making a comeback, yes, due to its holistic approach and minimal side effects. Plants contains numerous bioactive compounds, as we all know, that have amazing properties, making them an attractive alternative to synthetic pharmaceuticals. So if we talk about agroecology, food safety, which is a method of, again, agriculture that seeks to promote sustainable and organic farming practices while ensuring the safety and nutritional value of the food produced. So the traditional industrial farming methods, which we are seeing and knowing, often rely on harmful pesticides, genetically modified organisms, and chemical fertilizers, which have so bad effects on human health and the environment too. So it aims to minimize these harmful practices also, and also to focus on natural farming techniques that promote biodiversity, soil health, and clean food production. Now we come to the lifestyle part, which again plays a crucial role in influencing our health and well-being. So with the rise of chronic diseases such as obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular problems and other diseases, there has been a growing interest in adopting healthier lifestyles too. So what it includes? This includes incorporating regular exercises, eating nutritious whole foods, managing stress, which is very important, and prioritizing the mental health well-being, which you all talk about. So if we make conscious choices, yes, the conscious choices in our daily lives, we can improve our overall quality of life and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Now we check with digital transformation. What is that? So it refers to the integration of digital technologies into various aspects of our lives, including healthcare, agriculture, and lifestyles. So in the healthcare sector, digital technologies such as telehealth, wearable devices, and electronic health records, which can enhance patients' care, it can improve diagnostics and enable remote monitoring. So in agriculture, digital platforms and precision farming techniques, which you have already seen, they can optimize crop production and reduces waste and thus improve the resource management too. So also in lifestyle, tools and apps can assist with meal planning, what we can add and what we can reduce, like fitness tracking and stress management, empowering individuals to take control of their health and well-being. So we can merely say that these four interconnected aspects are not separate, but they are interconnected, but rather complement and support each other too. So in conclusion, we can say that the topics of phytomedicine, agroecology, food safety, lifestyle, and digital transformation are interconnected and support each other and have the potential to reshape healthcare, agriculture, and our daily lives. By embracing these concepts, we can promote holistic well-being, and it is also crucial for the professionals and individuals alike to educate themselves about these topics and actively participate in the implementation for a healthier and more sustainable future. So here I end my speech. Thank you so much, Dr. Supriya, Dr. Dragan. So over to the moderator, Dr. Supriya. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuja, for always being a great support and always enlightening everyone with your power of nuggets, wisdom of nuggets, and knowledge too. So once again, thanks to you. Well, if I talk about Malaysia, that is called truly Asia. So my next speaker is from Malaysia, educationist, international speaker, youth development coach, soft skill trainer, and most important, a very sweet, humble human being, none other than Professor Dr. KME Estamala. The floor is all yours to enlighten everyone with your wisdom, knowledge, and of course, a great, great profounding knowledge too.
Thank you so much, Dr. Supriya, Dr. Dragan, and Dr. Anuja, and welcome and happy weekend to dear, honorable, respected, distinguished speakers and dear audience. Today, our topic is about phytomedicine, agroecology, food safety, lifestyle, and digital transformation. But I would like to delve in lifestyle. I choose this topic. Yeah, may I share the screen, Dr. Supriya?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So only few slides. I put on the slides so that when I talk, it won't be so boring. Yeah. Lifestyle, I'm sure every one of you know what is the definition, but anyway, just refreshing lifestyle for the audience. Lifestyle refers to the way a person or a group of people live, including their attitudes, habits, behavior, and overall patterns of daily life. It encompasses various aspects such as individuals' interests, values, social interaction, preference, activities, and social their choice in regards to health, leisure, work, and consumption. A person's lifestyle is shaped by a combination of personal, social, cultural, economic, and environmental factors. Lifestyle choice can have a significant impact on a person's well-being and quality of life. For example, a healthy lifestyle might include regular exercise, a balanced diet, sufficient sleep, and stress management. On the other hand, an individual's lifestyle can also be influenced by factors like career, family situation, social circle, hobbies, and recreational activities. Yeah, if you talk about lifestyle, there's so many categories under lifestyle. There are sustainable living and eco-conscious choice, technological integration in daily life, health and wellness, work-life balance and remote work, changing consumer behaviors, cultural shifts and social norms, educational learning and trends, urbanization and rural development, global travel and tourism, fashion and digital design, industry, leisure and entertainment trends, government policies and initiatives, challenges and opportunities. I'm not going to go in depth, but I'll just share with you these are the categories. Now I will be going a little deeper into, I choose this topic, work-life balance and remote work towards 2030. As we look towards 2030, work-life balance and remote work are expected to continue evolving and becoming more integral to the way we work and live. Several factors will shape the future of work and how individuals and organizations approach these concepts. Number one, it's technology advancement. Okay, technology advancement will play a crucial role in enabling remote work and enhancing work-life balance. Advancement in communication tools, virtual reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence will create more seamless remote work experiences and improve collaboration among remote teams. Next is flexible work arrangements. Flexible work arrangements, traditionally a 9-to-5 based work model is likely to become less common. And now, you know, people are going for 4 days a week and 3 days a week in some organization. Yeah. Instead, more organizations will adopt flexible work arrangements, allow employees to choose when and where they want to work, as long as they meet their objectives and deliver results. Next will be global talent pool. Remote work will enable companies to access a broader talent pool without being constrained by geographical boundaries. This will lead to more diverse and inclusive teams and allow individuals to work for organizations located anywhere in the world. Next, focus on outcomes. Performance measurement will shift from continuing hours worked to evaluate outcomes and productivity. As long as employees achieve their goals, their emphasis will be on their performance rather than their physical presence in the office. I'm sure you agree with this. Next, employee well-being. Organization will place greater emphasis on employees' well-being, recognizing that a healthy work-life balance leads to increased productivity, reduced burnout, and higher retention rates. Strategies to support mental and physical health, as well as opportunities for personal growth, will become more prevalent. Next is government policies. Government policies will likely adapt labor laws and policy to accommodate remote work arrangements while safeguarding workers' rights. This may include regulation on remote work hours, data security, and ensuring fair compensation. Next would be hybrid work models. Many companies nowadays will adopt hybrid work models, combining remote work and in-office work. This approach allows employees to enjoy the benefits of environments, fostering collaboration and social interactions in the office, while offering the flexibility to work remotely when needed. Next will be workplace culture. Maintaining a strong workplace culture will become a priority in remote and hybrid work setting. Companies will need to invest in building virtual communities, organizing virtual team buildings activities, and ensuring open communication channels. Next, environment impact. With fewer people commuting to the office daily, there may be positive impact on environment, including reduced greenhouse gas emission and less traffic congestion. Next will be challenges to address. Despite the numerous advantages, remote work may also introduce challenges such as potential isolation, blurred boundaries between work and personal life, and the need for effective cybersecurity measures to protect sensitive information. I conclude, overall, work-life balance and remote work will continue to shape the future of work, empowering individuals to have more control over their schedules and fostering a healthier and more productive workforce. However, to realize these benefits fully, individuals, organizations, and government must work together to adapt and embrace the changing landscape of work. With this, I conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esther. Professor Esther, I am really, I'm always a fan of yours whenever you present your PowerPoint presentation in various conferences, and I really loved it. The way you have presented, you have covered almost entirely all the points in such a small number of time, and you have presented so excellent. So thanks once again. We'll meet you soon in another conferences.
Thank you, thank you. This is a very simple slide, a bit boring, no pictures. So hope
awesome.
You good. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is from the country where we have beautiful islands, Boracay and Palawan, and that's my favorite. So let's welcome Wilmer Joel Decano, educationist, international speaker, Global Peace Ambassador, and Education Ambassador. Wilmer, the floor is all yours.
Can you hear me, Mom?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, pardon me because I just exactly, I just arrived on time because I went to several activities. Although I have to speak what is very important things tonight, what is important is the message what I can give it to the viewers. Okay, so it's my pleasure to be part with the World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit 2023. So I'm talking about what is the digital transformation right we have. Okay, so we know that since COVID-19, we are being distracted by the COVID-19, and not only in the on all aspects, the medical, in terms, all things are being affected, especially the educational sector. So there are a lot of platforms has been used in that kind of modality. We have we apply the modular, we apply the concepts of using the internet, or that we call it the blended. We receive asynchronous and synchronous mode of modality. But as an educator at this time, there are a lot of things that have been changing. How we can cope those young kids who don't have the internet, who don't have what kind we used to tell them how we could teach this kind of people. But being an educator, I always say that we have to adapt the changes of this digital evolution in terms of our educational program. We embrace all the changes, not only for the community, not only as a professor, but also the young kids. Because these young kids are really important to have a proper education. In order for them to catch with them, we do if how we are in my place, we don't have the internet. How we could access these features? We can give the modular, but in terms of if you ask this kind of modular, there are some obstacles that has not been met by the children as well as the parents. Because in terms of that, the parents will be the one to teach inside their home. But as a teacher, we do how we cope with the problem using these kinds of modality. We innovate. This is the term of the transformation. How we can get in touch a proper education with those people without an internet, without a gadget, without everything. ACS only has the motive. Okay, the impact for the people is more very important because we know these young kids is something to do with their life. They are most important and we cannot neglect them. Once we neglect these people, what will happen to our educational system? Although we know that the educational system has been most entirely, we cannot see there is an educational part. But being a transformational leader and innovative leader, we cope with these kinds of problems in order to continue the education for this young people. Education is very important. And that is how the evolution, because we do not nowadays, because of the technology, because of the collaboration, because of the impact of this new technique, we can do what we are going to do with all the things we know. Because of the changes, of the collaboration of the teacher, she can pass it using the we call it the problem-based learning for children, where you can give some instruction, and after that we will return. And that how the technology is really has impact with me, not only with me as all the educators and all the children. And nowadays, we have to address, we have to get embraced with something to do with the lives of these young people. We cannot say we have to neglect them. We cannot say we have to stop because there is COVID-19. No, we have to continue. And this is the most important thing we have to do in our job, because we know as a teacher, I have a role to them and we have the role to the new future, because we are what if I can say to the right now with you, we are the landscape of this young kid. It is the landscape. We are giving the proper education to them. Not only the proper education to them, the love, the care, and compassion in order to have a better citizen in our community. So this is one of the most important things. You can give it to the young kids.
Esther, can you take care of your mic, please? Yeah.
Sorry, it's raining here in the volunteers. And sorry, I don't have any one of the presentations because, but although tonight I think has a bit the message that very important using the digital transformation for our kids. thank you so much for your invitations with this summit. And the weather is not good with us because there is a typhoon here in the Philippines, and we are experiencing heavy rains. Sorry for the sounds effect that you hear tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Wilmer. And first of all, I would love to congratulate you because you are an education ambassador of Philippines and
Yes.
you are doing great job for your country. So it's really, really amazing. And this is so awesome for your speech too.
Okay, thank you too for my pleasure to be with this summit tonight. I'm sorry if I'm late because I know I'm on time also, but I know uh my expectations and your expectation with me, and I know I have done my part in this summit. Thank you so much. I know you will learn something about the message that I have given tonight. Thank you so much. Love
Much
for you.
gratitude. Much gratitude. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, moving to this beautiful journey of World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit, our next speaker is again from Philippines, and I am talking about Dr. Joel M. Fontanella, educationist, author, international speaker, and global peace ambassador. So, Dr. Joel, the stage is all yours to rock on and enlighten everybody's knowledge with your great wisdom and intellectuality. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Priya. Am I audible?
Yes.
Clear? All right. Thank you so much. Good day, everyone. Connecting with you all the way from the Philippines. I would like to commend all the magnanimous leaders around the world, magnanimous lecturer or the speakers for tonight or for today, to Dr. Supriya and Dr. Anuja, and of course to Dr. Dragon, my brother, for having me once again, sharing my insights about certain topics that I believe it is an international issue that makes us responsible to make our world a better place to live. A spectacular moment to everybody across the globe. All right, so as I continue, the impact of technological advancement has affected how every activity and task a person does daily is carried out. Everyone is intentionally or unintentionally being affected by trend of going digital, whether we are comfortable with it or not. We need to do things digitally now that we used to do manually before. It has been astonishing to see how the world is digitally transforming from businesses like domestic life. Everyone is facing digital transformation at a rapid pace. Even before the coronavirus outbreak, the world had been going at a reasonably fast pace towards digital transformation. The focus shift was quicker than the most of us expected, but still needed something to completely eradicate the non-digital means doing business transaction and other daily life activities. The e-commerce industry has shifting from physical outlets to online stores. The reshaping of our lives in the landscape changed how we did everything before the outbreak. Before, the customer could decide to choose from the digital or classical method of doing tasks. Now, the only way of buying groceries, paying bills, transferring money, or doing any other thing is do it digitally. Things like the Internet of Things or the IoT, the machine learning, or the artificial intelligence or AI, augmented reality or AR, and virtual reality have been introduced in the post-COVID-19 era. We can assume what is coming next by looking at what we have done in recent years and how fast the development has been in the IT sector. In the future, ranking at the top of the search engine's first page will not enough. Business will have to incorporate all these mentioned technologies and others, which are only concepts at present. The introduction and implementation of these concepts and technologies need to become a household thing. Only then will be able to say that the digital transformation has evolved human life completely. Emerging digital technologies among ordinary people is a buzz where every industry is being challenged to quickly adopt this new world that choice comes. When existing resources and capabilities, including factors such as technology, culture, people, practices, people's skills and competence as well as their values, their attitudes, even their identities and mindsets, have been considered as the barriers to digital transformation, but it could be managed well by promoting the importance of having the technology around. It allows them to connect with more people around the world who cannot be physically present and can share feelings of gratitude, be informative and advanced, and others. Lifestyle options look wider. Ultimately, the digital revolution in healthcare brings numerous benefits to patient care and the healthcare industry. A hybrid WFH model allows organizations better recruit talent. Working and studying at a distance considered normalized without leaving, working or studying in a major city, still enjoy the best of what is available. In fact, digital transformation form as combinations of information, computing, communication, and connectivity technologies is generally taking place in all spheres of our lives. The technologies have taken on new forms of significance, find new ways the connection across the globe or around the world. We can't deny the fact that using digital technology ensured quarantine individuals can continue to interact to reduce social isolation and loneliness. People have been surrounded by digital technology. Our everyday life and practices have been interlinked with social media, using our smartphones and internet use. Last, an extensive digital transformation, empowering the people to utilize digital technologies in everyday life in meaningful ways, to use more proactively making and shaping digital technology more broadly and their digitalized future. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Joel, for giving such a great and brilliant information about digital transformation. And after listening you, I can say only one thing: knowledge is to flow like water through a road of rocks. Awesome presentation, awesome knowledge. Thank you so much. Well, moving to this lovely journey, now I talk about whenever emotional healing. And when we say emotional healing, that is the ability to take proper control of our painful thoughts, feelings, emotions. And when I talk about a great healer, then only one name comes in my mind, who is our next speaker. Pamelia Parham from Canada, founder and principal, the Healing Institute, and global speaker. The stage is all yours, Pamelia. We all are waiting to hear you. Kindly share your beautiful knowledge, and we are so excited to learn great things from a healer.
Oh, thank you so much. I greatly appreciated to be here today. And yeah, so I'm going to speak on lifestyle transformation for the most part. And so I have a question for you. Have you had any transformation over the last 3 years? And how has this transformation been? So I believe that we all have had transformation in many ways. Some we may not even be consciously aware of. And so I am from the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island. I'm delighted to be here and speaking with you today. So I've observed over the last 3 years that people have transformed their way of living in many different ways. And some has already been spoken of earlier by Dr. Joel, and I'm just trying to, and even Wilmer, they've already mentioned this, but I think it can be mentioned again. More people are working from home. rather than working from an office. We all are comfortable on Zoom now. Who would have known? We are having business calls on Zoom. We're having summits like this on Zoom. We're having networking connections on Zoom. We're having podcasts on Zoom, and we're even having family events on Zoom. So that has definitely been a transformation for people. Some healthcare providers are now only available by phone or online. And global communities, including countries and societies from many areas around the world, are now online. People and their businesses are connecting and engaging with each other on platforms such as LinkedIn. And now we have business, we can have a business Facebook page. As a curious person, I've noticed that not only my clients, but many people are becoming more aware of their health and are generally interested in how to stay healthy. They are transforming their emotional energy, their mental energy, their physical and their spiritual energy. And I truly believe that society has done a paradigm shift. So may not be consciously aware of it, but we are becoming more personally responsible about our health and our health issues. So another life transformation in healthcare support is now available online. And who would have guessed that we get to actually see a healthcare provider over the phone or over online versus in person? That would have never happened before. So a statistic that I found back in 2021 was that 83% of people are now using virtual healthcare. And I'm sure it's much, much higher now in 2023. So I created the Healing Institute. We are a hub of holistic health providers available for you on your health journey. We presently have 15 practitioners representing 5 countries, and my vision is to grow it to over 12 countries and over 200 practitioners. Global connection is a lifestyle transformation. The World Summit, this World Summit is proof. Personally, I love connecting with people all over the world. I recognize a few that are here today already on this stage, and I look forward to connecting with you. So please reach out to me. Let's have a Zoom chat. Premilia Parham with the Healing Institute. We are an international wellness community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pomelia. It was really nice, and it's always been nice to hear you. And we had met so many conferences earlier, and I was listening. Your minute details, which are really touching to our heart. And once again, you have touched the lives of millions. Awesome one, mind-blowing one. Great one. So, moving along this great journey of World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit, now it's time to meet our next dynamic and vivacious speaker, heart-centered leadership strategist, none other than Dr. Pauline Crawford, founder of Corporate Heart International, motivational speaker, author, advocate, Red Card Campaign. Dr. Pauline, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, Dr. Supriya, and everybody here. Wonderful to see people that I've met before. And the last speaker, Pamela, we met on Zoom. We do live in a virtual world, but what's really important is the healing power of conversation. And that's what I want to just talk to very briefly, that the healing power of conversation is when the conversation is authentic, is harmonious, is joyful, is meaningful. So how do we understand when we have to talk about very difficult topics, which we do have in the world? We have violence, we have abuse, we have not such good things going on. I'm very privileged to run a group called the G100 Positive Masculinity, which is about empowering men and women together to be authentically harmonious. And Dr. Supriya, you are one of my chairs, and I'm very delighted to see Clara here as well. we talk in 15 different countries about the wisdom of how men and women can be in harmony together. So rather than fighting for equality, I applaud that we can look for harmony. But in order to do that, we need to understand this symbol behind me. We need to know ourselves. Knowing yourself is your greatest healing journey, and it's for life. You don't get away from it. It never stops. You keep on learning, however old or young you are. And knowing yourself often includes other people and asking their approval. You don't need anybody else's approval. You are who you are. Knowing yourself is really important, but your superpower is knowing other people who are not like you. That's where the healing comes, when in fact you tune into other people. So what does tuning in mean? Everything in the universe is energy, frequency, and vibration. That's it. So be in the energy of the moment with others. Listen, care, be interested. Don't be a walkover. I look at the differences between men and women, and sometimes we put ourselves down or we over control. But the goal is to take us together, that superpower of knowing somebody else who's not like you or who's like you, and making sure that you tune into harmony, because we want to create a new narrative. One of our speakers before talked about a new landscape. A new landscape, I think, is where we look at a woman-centric journey and we invite men to be in a new landscape of authentic harmony. That's the power we can have to be flowing around this cycle. Because all of those strands of life come in. We've heard that from Dr. Esther as well, that, you know, there's hybrid working, there's financial problems, there's family, there's business, there's marketplaces, there's lots of different strands coming into this cycle. And this is called a value creation cycle. And only you can create value. That's it. We believe that it comes from outside, but truly it comes from us. Go to your natural gifts, go to your natural style, get to know yourself. And if you go into a conversation that's not good, pause and take responsibility. Think, what am I giving to this conversation? What am I taking? We run wisdom circles across the world, and we have a world wisdom circle every second Wednesday of the month. So please join us. And we talk in a place of no judgment, no anger, and no over controlling the outcomes. It's all about seeding the beauty of the world together. And that's my take on the world. So I thank you, Dr. Supriya and Dr. Anya and everybody here for allowing me this moment of my 15 moments of fame in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Dr. Pauline, I must say, you have spread today a lot of positive vibes. You're in USA, but we can feel those vibes in different parts of the world, from different parts of the world. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Pauline is doing a wonderful job. She is doing every Wednesday Wisdom of Circles. So kindly connect with her and make yourself the best version of yourselves and make yourself the best one. I must say this. Thank you, Dr. Pauline, once again.
Thank you.
Well, it's time to move back to India again, because we have our amazing dynamic speaker. And when I say India dynamic speaker, that is Pawan Gupta from India. And Pawanji, the stage is all yours to enlighten everyone with your great wisdom and knowledge. Mr. Pawan is the founder and CEO of Persona Engineering and Success Coach, global educator and speaker. Pawan, the floor is all yours.
Try to accommodate me in your conferences, and it's really a lifetime opportunity to join as a speaker in conferences of yours, where you not only bring certain speaker, but I don't know, this is your skill that you find best of the speakers across the world, and you bring them on a stage, and with the team of Anuja, and how can I forget Dr. Dragon, the mind behind the show. So thank you very much. And always you find out different interesting topics which touches heart of everyone. And moreover, today's topic is something very close to my heart because being NLP master coach and being into education line for around 25 problem, but not only with people of our age, but we have now this problem, starting from the childhood. So what I just want to conclude in 5 minutes time of yours, we everyone I just heard Pauline that she touched her heart by saying healing, that formula we just heard, and Astra, we all charted down certain points related to health. Health means not only physical health but mental well-being also. So our topic today is dealing with our life. I just want to ask one question from everyone. Your family, your friend, but how much time you give to yourself? Just touch your heart and tell how many minutes in a day. Even to Supriya, I am asking you this question.
It's
How many minutes you devote for self-talk, or do you do or not? Tell me,
well,
truth.
Pawanji, I will not lie. Because of work pressure, I never give myself time. I won't lie. I won't lie.
This nice client I've got, so I'll be charging money after this program of yours.
Of course,
So
you can charge.
So the topic I want to touch today, that is due to technical advancement, digital transformation, globalization, industrialization in the world. We are becoming faster and faster day by day. But for whom? What is the outcome? In 17th and 18th century, we used to have life expectancy at a very higher rate. But now, certain incidents which come across to me, and you also know, Supriya, best of the players of India, physically fit, like Saurav Ganguly and all, they had heart attack at the age of 45. Those who are totally physically and mentally fit, we used to treat them as our idols, and they are having these type of problems. Why? The question arises: life handling. I have charted down certain points. I had a presentation also, but I thought if I run a presentation that will go to hours. So there are certain topics which I want all to know. First is your emotional disturbance, or you can say emotional disbalance. Are not striking balance between our work and our life is leading to emotional disbalance. Then we are having daily routine disbalance. Thirdly, we have got abruptly sleeping habits. These are very small things which you may be coming across in daily life, but you are not giving seriously thought. Why I'm telling you this? Because the question I asked, how much time you give to yourself, lies on me also. As the previous speaker, Kamila, rightly said, even healthcare management is done by our, this is something very disastrous, You are giving best of the gift you got from the God, that is your body. You need treatment and you are not going physically to that person. You are asking them to give you medicine, prescribe you medicine virtually. So this is meanings. We have to think very seriously about it and how we can do it. What I feel, this can be done through meditation, through physical exercises, through yoga, through music, absolutely going near to nature. Work home, work from home has led to confine us into bedrooms. We have to come out of it. If we really want a quality of lifestyle, if you really want to live longer than and healthier than others, you have to come out of this, all these things. And what I want to give you, or what are the takeaways from this session, it can be, we all, but whenever we start a business, no matter it is related to some industry, setting up some classes, education, or blah blah activities, we always run after return on investment. My friends, we have to change the scenario from return of investment. We have happiness, return on health, and return of sustainability. The day we'll have this type of ideas in our head, which will not only give us money, but also our mental peace, lifestyle balance, and overall growth of the society, that can be only achieved by adhering to certain principles related to development on our own self. And as my quote goes, as always, unless and until you love yourself, no one in the world will love you. And if you start loving yourself, your mental health, your lifestyle, everything will be improved. Thank you very much. We have got limited time. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pawan. And yes, it's very, very true that in today's cutthroat competition, cat race competition, I must say this word, we all are running behind without taking a pause. We attend so many conferences. We talk about self-love, we talk about self-care, we talk about yoga, we talk about giving time to yourself. But how many of us really follow that?
Exactly.
True.
This is what
I never followed. It never happened with me. And I will not lie, it never happens with me, although I try. But after listening to you, Mr. Pawan, surely I will give a try now, because yes, at least we can try and we can make our life from getting victims of so many diseases. And we talk about health is wealth. But when we only realize the value of health when we become ill, and then we realize, oh my God, the beautiful gift of God that is the most precious, our health, we had lost it. Work from home, night work, night shifts, this, that, blah, 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 blah. End of the day, a question mark comes to us. Who are we? For whom we are earning?
exactly. This was the
When
right.
your health is not there, trust me, folks, you cannot lie. If you ask about me, if I am unwell, I can't speak. I can't say hello, hi. I won't. My energy will be trooped down. So thank you so much, Mr. Pawan, for enlightening,
Pleasure to have you.
for making everyone be on the track. Take care of your health. And most important thing is, never forget your smile, and never, never, never say looking and loving yourself is a selfishness. It's a myth. When you love yourself, then only you can love this world. So take care of yourself, everyone. Love yourself, and let's smile and get some dose of happiness. That is Doza, Srekja. Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Well, moving to this beautiful journey of World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit, when I say now, Game of Thrones, beautiful waterfalls, red tourism, World Cup football. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Croatia. And when I say Croatia country, how can I forget Professor Nada Ratkovic? Professor Nada, everyone is really waiting eagerly to hear you. And ladies and gentlemen, she is a great, great lady. She's an assistant professor on Faculty of Economics, Business and Tourism, professor mentor in Harvard School, president of IIU Research Center, co-founder Europe, author, researcher, trainer, humanitarian, and social worker, and a multi-awarded educator. So Professor Nada, with great respect, the floor is all yours to enlighten everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Supriya. Thank you for this kind introduction. I want to thank to Dr. Dragan, to you, to Anuya, to great organizers, to the Macedonia Association, because this conference, this World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit is really great, very important, and really important topic. Now, Dr. Pavan touched me in the heart. Every day, Dr. Pavan, I am waking on this and thinking, Nada, what you are doing for yourself. And then I say, Nada, you don't need to do that. Think on yourself. And again, every day I'm making big mistakes. And yes, Dr. Supriya said, Croatia, a beautiful country, a beautiful land. You know where all my friends are now, where my relatives, my niece, and all are on the beautiful sea, relaxing, catching a color. And where is Nada? In her room for the whole day in her room. That is really sad. But today I'm talking about the digital transformation. And yes, we need a transformation of us, first us, and then we can talk about the digital transformation. Very important now what is happening on this topic. We will not be pessimists, we will be optimists. So talking about digitalization, innovation, I want to say that the pointers on this discussion are really this. What we mean new materials and next production revolution. We mean digital technologies, future production. We think on the diffusion of new production technologies, power of 3D and gaming environment, bioproduction, industrial biotechnology, future of the work, industry revolution, 21st century skills, robust policies, systems, sustainability, and security. That is when we are talking about the digitalization and innovation. But what is a digital transformation? We need to know that it is really integration of digital technology in all areas of the business. And here today, we are covering all the fields. In this summit, we are covering all the fields, business, medicine, everything. And we are thinking on the fundamental changing, how can we operate and how can we deliver the values to our customers. So talking about the cultural changes, what we need to do, what are the requirements for the organization, how can we continue with the challenges? Do we need a status quo? Do we need new production, new experiments? And are we comfortable with making the failures? We are making the failures. We know that we are making the failures. So COVID pandemic is still here, making this imperative of the business. We know that some leaders, today you cannot be a leader if you are not feeling very good with the digital transformation. Emerging technologies, we know what are the emerging technologies today. Talking about artificial intelligence, blockchain, Internet of the Things, that are directly touching the production, metaverse, data computing, data cloud and design. So today, if you want to be a great leader, if you are running your business, you also need to make a digital transformation. So there's so many questions. There's so many questions about that. So how can you provide it? How can you make that clarity? How can you make it specifically? How can you do it in the clouds? So think on this, be in the step of the time, because there's so many urgency today. what we learn tomorrow is already old. So it is a hard, I can say it is a hard task, but practicing, doing a lot, being here, learning the skills, learning the technologies, we can all be very successful in that, and technology will not make a problem for us. I can say that today in the field of education, the teachers in the elementary school today are already great IT experts. So many data are here, but this the pandemic brings this revolution. Pandemic changed this digital transformation, and yes, we will never come on the back, but we have so many scenarios but in each one scenario is more important to say we put the well-being. So well-being needs to be in every scenario, in everything what we are talking about. So digital transformation, we will not be the slaves of the technology. We will follow the technology, but technology can never change us, and will never change us. Even any driver, any important element, any course, anything, we will never be changed. We will be the same, and we will give all what we can do, all the efforts to continue doing the great like we are doing now on this amazing World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit 2023. Thank you.
Awesome one, Professor Nada. It's really always been a great pleasure and great to listen your great thoughts, brilliant thoughts about this. And yes, very true. You have to learn technology. Technology should not, control you. You should control the technology in your
Yes.
Awesome one. Well, this time now, again, we are moving to UK. G100. We are always hearing G100. And when I say G100, I remember founder and CEO of the Soul Decorator, G100 Global Mission, UK Chair for the Wings of Positive Masculinity, international speaker, and a wonderful person, Clara Golding. Welcome, Clara. The stage is all yours.
Hang on. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Lovely to meet you all. And thank you for all the listeners tuning in. I just want to share that it's a great opportunity to all come together like this, all around the world. And I want to share really a little bit more into what Mr. Gupta just said, because I was about to lead with the same kind of things. So I work to help bridge gaps in people's lives. That's on a personal level. I also have a coaching business, and in my main interior design business, I really get people to tap into what's really important in their inner world, because the healing and the real work is on an inner level. And the technology, the digital world, we have to be very careful that it doesn't pull us out of our center. That for me, when I work with a lot of people, this is moving so fast that we have to watch out that it doesn't distract us from our emotional, mental, spiritual balance, because that is where we show up as better human beings in our power and our authentic ability to work with others. So what I really want to share into is that creating an environment that helps us all thrive, not just some people, but all of us. So if we use the digital opportunity to share ideas and thoughts that we can all benefit from, I think the digital platform is a great platform. My concern is that we overuse it, and as Dr. Gupta just expressed, that we actually lose our own connection, and there's a certain connectivity when we actually show up and we become present in our local environments, in our local communities, with others. And, we talk about what this last 3 years has done for a lot of people, has created a lot of bad mental health, isolation, etc., etc. Even though we had this platform, those things still existed. So going back to Dr. Gupta's point, then I feel like that's something we need to address for our young people. There's a certain amount of energy that it drains by being on computers, by being on the digital platforms. So we have to look at the negatives and the positives, and we have to take the positives and look how we can use them to benefit ourselves. But ultimately, all my work that I share, whether that's in the UK as a UK global chair, whether that's in my work as an empowerment and an embodiment coach, and whether that's my work in my interior design business, ultimately, it's really about the connections that we make within and not getting too caught out on what I call the shiny object scenario. And what we have to be careful as a collective is that we don't overuse our minds and disconnect from our hearts, our real energy, where our real energy and our passions and our synergy, where we show up, we connect to nature, the land, and so on and so forth. So I share a lot of the sentiment that's been expressed here today, but I just really want to share that we have to really look at this whole kind of ethos around how we use it positively. And yes, for sure, it's a great tool. But the point is not to drive ourselves more and more, that we get on this kind of work ethic where we disconnect to our inner peace. And our inner peace is what we show up to help others, whether that's communicating, whether that's living the life, enjoying the life. But ultimately, it's really about human connection and sharing ideas. And as Dr. Pauline just shared, you know, from a place of no judgment, no coercion. And my fear is, well, I'm not going to say fear. My love for this is that we start to express love through these platforms rather than fear-based stuff, which is one of the things that has come through in the last 3 years, became very fear-based and dogmatic. And we must not lose our human spark. So thank you so much for inviting me along today. And I've got to dive off because I've got to be somewhere else.
Wonderful,
But thanks
wonderful.
so much.
Clara, awesome, mind-blowing, super awesome. These are the words not coming from my heart. Yes, it's true.
Sorry.
It's true. And yes, of course, this technology, this digital transformation has brought everyone very closer. So thank you once again. And let's spread the love across the globe. Well,
thank you.
Well, now let's move to US, and moving now to States, we have gorgeous, super talented, and self-discovery relationship coach, 3x Amazon bestseller author, none other than Natasha Jones. Natasha, the stage is all yours now to hit on and rock on.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here. I reverence Dr. Srekja, Dr. Anuja, Dr. Dragon, everybody that makes up this amazing, amazing platform on today. I'm so excited to be here to discuss on that topic of lifestyle. I was trying to figure out, Lord, what do I need to talk about? And God told me, he says, talk about the lifestyle, but talk about the power of dignity and leadership. What a lot of people don't talk about, having that dignity when you're leading and your impact over the nation. And I had to go and define dignity. I said, what is dignity? It is that lifestyle that we are actively growing every single day, okay? And applying that to our daily lives every day. And it's that fundamental human quality that refers to inherent worth and value and respect in every individual, each and every one of us that possess simply by being human, okay? In that recognition, acknowledgement of a person's inherent right, you have a right to have dignity. You have a right to walk in your purpose. You have a right to walk in your passion, regardless of our backgrounds, our social status, even our circumstance. All of us are flawed but favored, okay? We all have something that we're working on, but treating somebody with that dignity means upholding their individuality, their rights, and affirming their unique compassion and consideration for other people's feelings and needs, because we're all fostering that amazing environment of mutual respect and understanding, knowing that dignity is the foundational principle that underpins human rights and that belief in equal and worth of individuals. So when we're living in this world of leadership, it revolves around titles and statuses and material successes, but the power of dignity offers a different perspective, okay? It is the essence of true leadership. If you don't have dignity, you don't have true leadership that goes beyond accomplishments, beyond the awards, beyond the material things, and we focus on that character trait of what we possess. Point number one, when you lead, you're leading with integrity when you have dignity. Leadership with dignity, when you're leading with that integrity, means it's about being true to your values and your core values. Are you living up to the core values that you have for your personal self, that you're able to reach out and give that to other people about your principles and your beliefs and be able to impact them? When we lead with that integrity and that dignity, we gain the trust of people, we gain the respect of our team, okay? We gain the respect of our followers, our colleagues, those that we are mentoring, because we are that prime example following. Just in Proverbs 11:3, it tells us, the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by the duplicity. You don't want to be destroyed by being unfaithful to your own dignity and unfaithful to other people. Point number two, when you have that dignity and it's a lifestyle, you put on that dignity coat every single day as a part of your lifestyle, you're understanding that you're empowering other people. That is not about us, it's about other people, because somebody else's breakthrough and somebody else's miracle is tied to your dignity. You showing up and doing what God has for you to do. And when you have a dignified leadership, it empowers other people to rise up, okay? And to raise the bar on what I'm doing and what am I called to do and to be here. We was born to do more and pay bills and die. Okay, we was born to become legendary on purpose and to walk in our God-given authorities unapologetically. No longer can we apologize for being who we are, who God has called us to be. When we're walking in that dignity, we're walking in that servant leadership. We came to serve, not to be served. That's the difference. When you look every day, who can I serve today? God, what can I do to impact somebody else's life? Because when you serve other people, God will turn around and bless you because you was walking in that posture of dignity. And when we walk in that posture of dignity, it says embracing diversity, understanding that we are different. Just like the body, we have multiple limbs, but guess what? We're one function. The same with us. We have multiple purposes, multiple destinies, but we're functioning together as one in leadership, in the hub and the pool of leadership, okay? Understanding that power, we're able to embrace us being individual, us being diverse perspectives, bringing that expertise to the platform to create that value so that we are heard, so that people are helped. Nobody can be helped if they can't hear us, right? So we gotta take ourselves off of mute and speak up and speak out on the things and about leadership and about how we're designed to walk and be that example that the masses is looking for. The world needs healing, and guess what? We are the antidote. We just like an antibiotic. You can't have healing if you don't have that proper nurturing and that proper caring that you need in leadership, taking care of ourselves, self-care mastery, okay? If you want to go get a hamburger today and that makes you feel good, then go out there and get whatever makes you feel good, because I'm telling you, you can't lead unless you learn how to lead yourself and be that lifestyle of dignity to your own self. When you apply that principle, hear me good, you inspire other people through your actions, okay? And you show them how do you live as soft living by dignity, and that purpose is only not just a concept, but it's a way of life. Okay, it's a way of life. 1 Timothy 4:12 tells us, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in your conduct, how you act, in your faith, and your purity in your heart. Your posture has to be pure when you're leading people. That's a lifestyle that you're not leading them with toxic traits. You're not leading them with contamination, but I am leading from a pure place and not from my emotions and feelings, okay? If we lead from emotions and feelings and that flesh gets in the way, then we're not able to make a transformational impact like we can to help change that life, to help that person not want to commit suicide, to help that single mother that is struggling to understand this is leadership and you could come out of that situation. And in conclusion on today, with the power of dignity in your leadership, it is a transformative force and nothing to be reckoned with. And it shapes our success. It shapes our society. It helps us to fulfill every single day, because you're not successful until you are fulfilled. If you're not fulfilled, you will never be successful, okay? So it requires us to lead in that space of integrity, to be able to empower other people, embrace servant leadership, promote diversity, and also lead by example. And as we embrace this concept today and take away these amazing wisdom and knowledge of leadership, we not only impact our own organizations and communities, but reflect the heart of God. And that's what it's all about, the posture. Are you demonstrating what he told us to do? Are we leading like he told us to lead? Are we loving like he told us to love in the lifestyle and serve and uplift one another? Because when we're walking in that, we understand that we walk in dignity to inspire other people to do the same. Thank you so much for my time, and may we all strive to be leaders that make a lasting impact, legendary impact, legacy impact with the power of dignity, because we have a born date and we have a death date. And in between that born date and that death date is a dash. And what are you going to do with the time that you have left? Thank you for my space and time.
Wow, powerful. And this is called Natasha Jones. And really, you told about leadership, about so many insights that we were unaware still. So I will say, powerful, awesome, great speech, Natasha. Keep soaring high, keep rocking high, and you are inspiring millions today. Thank you so much. Well, now I was watching, folks, one documentary last evening, and when I was watching rich cultural diversity, wildlife safaris, Table Mountains, and Robben Island. Wow, what a beautiful, spectacular view I was watching. Steeped in history, attracting millions of visitors from those beautiful view of nature. And that country, you know, is the great personality, we can say, Nelson Mandela. And when I talk about this beautiful country and the beautiful documentary which I was witnessing, our next speaker, public speaker, writer, executive director, BEGT, SPMS SA Global Advisory Board member, Without You Foundation, none other than Dr. Yolanda Peterson. Dr. Yolanda, I welcome you, and it's my honor and privilege to introduce you. The stage is all yours.
Dr. Supriya, and hello to the entire team of delegates that is here this afternoon. I must first say that each time we get onto these platforms, you get better and better and better at your presenting. So I just want to tell you, it's such a pleasure to have you as host. To Dr. Anuja and to Dr. Dragan, thank you so much for, again, hosting South Africa on your online sessions, and especially a session as great as this one. We have heard so much about lifestyle transformation, and I almost do not want to divert off that topic, but I also want to say, I want to raise a hallelujah for Natasha Jones, because I think she really got us going now with that great and powerful speech. But I do think, and we've heard throughout this conference, that the 4 topics that we are speaking about today is interconnected. I like food. So naturally, I gravitated to speaking on food safety. But we cannot have a healthy well-being, both mentally, both spiritually, both physically, in our workspace, in our home space as leaders, if we are not aware of our nutrition. if we are not aware of what we are putting inside of our bodies. And like one of the speakers said, if you want to go and have a burger, go and have that burger, you know, because there is only that space that we have right now before the end of our days, and God alone knows. But you know what? We are also currently being fed with so many genetically modified foods. And I think that is having such a big impact on not just ourselves. And we are fatigued at the end of the day. Why more fatigued? We worked lesser than our grandparents did for the day, but they were not as fatigued as we were. And you know, when we look at what we're putting inside our bodies, do we ask ourselves? There was one particular question. How much time do you spend taking care of yourself? That was so powerful. I think it was Dr. Gupta that said that. But now another question and a follow-up to that one would be, how much time do we think about what we consume? Because at the end of the day, yes, we might have the vitality right now, but that vitality needs to have longevity. And when we speak to food safety as well, we know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and bore you guys with the scientific knowledge, the methodologies, the well worked out, you know, rules and steps for food safety, etc., that there's a lot of global bodies governing and monitoring that. But within our homes, and we've learned this through COVID, wash our hands, wash your hands after everything that you do. Are we still following that trend? Are we still looking at not keeping raws and cooks together? Are we looking at how clean our surfaces are, how clean our work environments are? Are we looking at how we are educating our youth from our ECD level? Little ones as young as 2 years old, wash hands, make it a song, you know, let it be a part of who they are as well. Because our responsibility when it comes to food safety is within our control. Because like they said, you can take the horse to the water, but you cannot make the horse drink. Same with us. We can take the food onto plate, but we cannot make that person eat. So my message on the summit is, let us be more conscious about what we're consuming from soil all the way through to the plate. If we are able to track that, if we are able to track, are we eating, you know, organic foods? Oh, that was a buzzword a couple of years ago, and it's making a comeback. The thing is, we do need to eat organically. We do need to eat wholesome foods. We do need to eat foods. One of these speakers said earlier, grow your own basil. It's so flavorsome in food. How many times? And especially, I'm speaking from South Africa, but from an African stance as well. There's just so many herbs and spices and roots and bulbs and butters and traditional ways of growing crops. And with that, again, goes lifestyle. It goes with agricultural technologies and advancements. It goes with us looking after not just our future generation, ourselves, but as well as the future generation. And innovation is a big part of that. But let us not innovate to kill. Let us innovate to uplift. Let us innovate to have life. And let us innovate to give life. Because ultimately, that is what our purpose is here on earth. Not for self, but to serve others. And that lasting impact, that lasting legacy, and that speaking out happens on platforms such as this. We go back and we are invigorated. So today, let's be conscious of what we consume, because it does affect our spirituality, our mental health, our physical health, and also if we are depleted, we cannot bring anything to the table. And with that, I thank the Macedonian Association, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the talks, everyone.
Thank you, much gratitude. And this is, I must say, Dr. Yolanda, always you have been inspired millions of people with your great work. And whenever I see on social media, oh, I love your trainings, you know. And one day I am sure I'm going to meet you face to face and I'm going to inculcate a lot of things from you. So let's meet from virtual to real. And it's always been a great, great thing, Dr. Yolanda.
I cannot wait to have you in South Africa, Dr. Supriya. That we're working on, that we are working on. I've said that on the sidelines. So yes,
Sure.
sooner rather than later.
Sure, Dr. Yolanda, and thank you so much for your great, powerful speech. It's really, really lovely. It was really lovely. Thank you. Well, our last but never the least speaker. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm so surprised. 2 hours has gone and spent in conference, but loving you, seeing your faces, loving your powerful speeches, I have never felt, trust me, I have never felt 1% of tiredness, because your energy is giving me a lot of energy from different part of the world to India. So keep doing that, keep passing the positive vibes all across the world, so that one day we can do a 10 hours conference without getting a single minute of tiredness. Well, moving on to my next speaker, a very talented person from Nigeria, educationist, international speaker, writer, life coach, and a very, very humble person, Dr. Lynn. Dr. Lynn, where are you? We all are waiting for you. Is Dr. Lynn there? I saw her.
She's not here.
I think it's some network problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dr. Lynn is not here. Then we can say only one thing to all my global viewers, audiences, and lovely people. Only one thing I will say: we have arrived to the end of our journey, to this end of World Innovation Multidisciplinary Summit. I would love to say only one thing, ladies and gentlemen: learning has never an ending journey, because the end, which we are saying, it's always a starting journey. And a conference like this, World Summit Innovation, Multidisciplinary Innovation, you can say, like this, is a gathering of people who singly can do nothing, but together can decide that nothing can be done. So thank you all for your gracious, lovely, impactful presence. Each and every eminent speaker, I am just very, very heartfelt thanking you from the bottom core of my heart. And you have added value with your knowledge, with your passion, with your perseverance, and so many wisdom of nuggets. So gratitude once again, everyone. Thank you so much, Doza Srekja team. Thank you so much, Dr. Dragon. And we will meet in another conference. So stay tuned. Love you all, and a very, very good night from India. Bye-bye. Stay happy here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Amazing.
Thank you.
Session.
Good
Thank you,
day,
welcome.
good afternoon, good night, everyone.
Good night. Yeah.